Traders, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube. I hope you're doing okay or doing well. Today's topic, I thought we'll have a discussion just about how to really gauge what the markets are doing and just give you some insight on not necessarily your entries, but how you can be managing your trades more efficiently. Because I hear a lot out there of traders saying, well, you've taken a loss, now review that trade and see what you could have done. But the truth is, you have to realize that losing is part of trading, and not all losses are going to be bad trades. Your wins don't dictate you being an excellent trader just because you hit a take profit, and vice versa. Neither does your losses dictate that you're a bad trader. So today what I want to do is just go over a really simple concept. It's a box concept. I haven't made up a name for it. I don't even know if it exists out there, but it will just give you some clarity in how you can be identifying potential trades, how you could be managing them, and yeah, really that. So let's head over to the charts. Let's see what we can do for you today. And if you do like this video, make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you've used this technique before, you've done anything similar to this. And yeah, let's go from there. Let's head over to the screens. Okay, so we're going to just take a quick look at this example here. Now, what I want you to focus on is how a trend moves. Now, for the majority of you, I'm almost sure that you're trend traders, and to be brutally honest with you, the more confluences you can add to your trades or your trade ideas, the better the outcome will be in the long run. Not necessarily meaning that if you get 3 or 5 confluences for the trade idea that you have today that it's going to win, but more often than not, if you add confluences, then you add support to that trade, and then the probability of a winning is going to be increased dramatically over the long run. Now, if you're a trend trader, it's pretty simple to trade, or it should be simpler for you to trade, because in theory, you're only trading with the direction of the market. You're not trying to go against it. You're not looking for reversals. You're just sticking to the overall behavior and structure of the market. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, the trend. And as you can clearly see here, we have an uptrend. Now, we all know uptrends make higher highs and higher lows, etc., etc. Now, the point I want to illustrate here is this. If the market is continuing an uptrend, there's one thing that the market will more than likely not do if it's in a clear uptrend and create in true structure. And that is violate the previous higher lows. Now, as long as the market stays above the previous higher low, then there's a very high chance the market is going to continue up. But in saying that, if you plan to take a trade, the question is, where is the best opportunity? Now, we all know for the majority of us, we'd like to get into our trading opportunities at these levels here, which is going to be classified as your best entry. Why? Because you anticipate the continuation area in the market and you get a bigger range to look to take your profits. However, that may not always be the case. Now, what you will find with traders is they like to wait for confirmation. Then they wait for more confirmation and then even more confirmation. What happens is they end up missing the trade, the market starts to move in their direction, and then they feel like it's all over. Some traders decide that they're going to jump in at too late of a stage and then eventually see the market come and stop them out. When I say too late of a stage, I'm talking about areas here, and areas here, and areas here, and areas here. Now, we can continue this, but I'm sure you get the point. Now, the thing is, it's not wrong entering the trade here, but what you have to understand, and this is where we're going to go on to the box technique here, is that if the market is trending up, taking a buy is correct. So that's part of a confluence. But the phases of the market is push phase and exhaustion phase, meaning that the later you enter into a push phase, the higher the chance of the market pulling back and creating an exhaustion to stop you out. How can we avoid that? How can we increase the probabilities of taking better entries and potentially winning our trades? Well, I refer to the box technique here. I think I'm proud of myself to call it a box technique. Let's see if it's out there already, but it looks like this. Now, what does this mean for us? Well, this simply means that once you identify a trend, as long as you can mark the low of that trend, the high, and then potentially the higher low, you will have a much bigger indication of where you can enter this trade. Why do I say that? Well, this area here is almost like the kill zone. If you plan to enter a buy, it's completely fine. However, if you plan to enter a buy in this area and you decide to place your stop loss, let's say up here, or you place your stop loss here, or you place your stop loss here, what you have to understand in your back of your mind is that this box, this area here, indicates the uptrend at its truest structure, meaning that price is allowed to come all the way back down to the higher low for a double bottom before violating structure and continuing up. Now, more often than not, we want to have our stop loss above the higher low to increase the range and anticipate the continuation, but still, there's a very high chance price can come back to the higher low before continuing up to create that double bottom. So we'll go on to what this means in a minute, but if you take a look here again, we have an indication of this. Now, if you plan to buy here, is this wrong? If you plan to buy here, is this wrong? If you plan to buy here, is this wrong? If you plan to buy here, is this wrong? If you plan to buy here, is this wrong? If you plan to buy here, is this wrong? No. But where should you be looking to place your stop loss in an instance that you enter too late or you don't find the best entry? Well, using the box technique, in theory, taking the higher low and the higher high, not the higher low, this previous higher low and the higher high, in theory, the safest stop loss is always going to be at the low. Remember the example we mentioned in the beginning? The higher low is the area where if price violates, it in theory invalidates the trend. So in this instance, the box technique means that our safest stop loss would be here. Does it mean you can't put your stop loss here or here? Yes, you can, but there's a higher chance that you may be stopped out if the market decides to pull back. We continue this process, and as you can see here, this is how it works. We're looking to identify the higher low levels in the market where price creates the continuation, which is only going to be identified once price starts to push up or down from those levels, meaning in and around here. Actually, let me create this better. In and around here, here, or even higher, but in these instances around these levels here. Now, what this means to me and you is that once we identify the higher low and the continuation push phase, we can enter anywhere we want along this push phase, but as long as we respect structure and continue to place our stop loss below these levels. Now, I'm hoping this is making sense. Sometimes it sounds like I'm rambling on in my own head, but I'm trying to highlight the point to you as much as I can so you can understand it in the simplest way. But the basic principle of this box technique is so that you can identify the area where price can range in, pull back in, create patterns in, do whatever it wants in before then illustrating a violation to invalidate a trend, and also identify where you potentially could be placing your stop losses in order to have a higher probability of these trades winning. Looks very pretty, it does work, it's very powerful, and you can use it in many different ways. But today I'm going to share an example of how we can use it with trading our stop loss and taking advantages of ranges in the market. Let's head over to the next screen. Here we're taking a look at pound USD. You can clearly see the trend is up. On the daily time frame, it's not very clear, but the trend is definitely up. We have a level in the market where price is failing to break above, which is around 37.49. And you'll just have to follow me here. We have a key level in the market where if the market is trending up and we do finally break above these levels, we can target as a structural high around 42.43. But this is our example. Uptrend in the market, level where price is not breaking above, and now we're looking for a target which is a weekly high at 42.43. We have that in the back of our mind. How can we use this box technique? Well, let's move over to our entry time frame. So here we're on our entry time frame on pound USD. Now we can see the key level we saw on the daily time frame and our weekly target here at 42.43. What we're going to be looking for here is how to use this box technique in order to help us identify where we should really be placing our stop losses, where price can sit around, pull back, create ranges before violating a true trend. And let's see if we can trail some stop losses here so we can take advantage of really big moves. So the first thing we want to identify here is an area where price created a higher low and the structural high, which is this here. This is our first area that we want to identify. Now, in order to take a trade, what we want to see the market do is break above structure. And once price breaks above structure, then we can identify that there's true momentum in the market. Let's say now we're using the box technique. We're also using simple technical analysis here. We identify a higher low and our structural high. We finally broken above it, which means there's a higher chance price is going to continue up, and we want to take an entry. Now, let's say we take an entry here. This may seem like a late entry because the higher lows were formed down here, but in theory, if we're trading with the trend based on the box technique, price should not break the higher low. So if we want to place our stop loss below this level, this is completely fine to do. Now, if we plan to target our structural highs, this is what we're going to be looking at, around a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. Now, how can we manage this trade efficiently? Well, let's continue to see what happens. We have a very safe stop loss, which is below the last higher low. Using our box technique here, we have a very safe stop loss because this is where this is the area in the market where price can come back to create whatever it wants to do. As long as it doesn't break the structural low, we should be good to go. So let's continue to see what the markets do. Now, let's send this back. What we want to see the market do now is we want to see the market create a new higher low or a level in the market where it's pulling back. In that instance, what we want to do is take the higher low that created the high, and we want to create a new box. Now, this is identifying to us that at any stage during this market structure, let me send this back. Oh, that's completely fine. At any stage during this trade, if we plan to take it, it's completely fine because the trend is up. But as long as we have our stop loss below this level, we're good to go. So it can pull back here, it can pull back to the key level, it can even pull back to the previous higher low. But as long as it stays within this area, we should be good to go for continuation buys. Now, what we're waiting for the market to do is create true structure to identify potential continuation. We're still holding this trade. We don't need to overmanage it, and we just need to let it run. Now, we have an area in the market where price has now created a new higher low. All we're waiting for in this instance is for the market to create the pullback. But what we can do at this stage, now that we know the new higher low is formed and our new box will be created around these levels here, I think we may need to remove this for a moment. And let's move this to the side so we can see this. Now that we know that this is our previous or our current higher low, as long as price trades below this level, we should be good to go. So in this instance, we can lock this trade in at break even. Okay, based on structure, it's made a high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now we made a higher high. In theory, based on the box technique, price should not break the structure. So let's continue to see what happens here. And all we're waiting for the market to do now is create a pullback or a level in the market where we can clearly identify an area to place our box. So now we will just adjust this one here. And now all we're waiting for the market to do is create the new high. As long as price does not come out of this box to the downside, we're still good for buys no matter where you buy it. And all we're waiting for now is for a continuation. Now we have the continuation up. What we want to do in this instance is we want to take our box again. We want to mark our higher low because we've made the high. And now we're just going to wait patiently for the new higher low to be formed. In this instance, what can we do? Well, we can simply trail our stop loss below this area here where the box has been formed, because now in theory, as long as price stays above the higher low and within this box, then we should be continuing up. So let's continue to see what happens here. So we have a new high that's been formed. We're now waiting for price to clearly pull back to create that higher low so we know what we're working with. There we have it. And now we can do this. Now we're looking for a new area in the market to place our box. We can see that this is a higher low. We want to drag this like this. And now we know that this is an area where we can continue to trail our stop loss. Okay, now what can we do in an instance like this? Well, we can trail our stop loss again below the box. As long as price stays above the higher low and within this box, then we're still good for buys. Let's continue to see what happens here. And there you have it. We have our take profit. Now in this instance, we have the first box where the higher low and the high was formed and the breakout. We have our second higher low and high. Here, price stayed within the box. We have our third higher low and high. Again, price stayed within the box. We have our fourth higher low and high around here. I would more say so it's around here, but it doesn't really matter. around here, price stayed within the box. Then we have our higher low and our high around here. Price again stayed within the box. And then as you can see here, prices come back to hit our take profit. Sounds a bit confusing, but I'm telling you, it's not as difficult as it sounds. You can use this in downtrends and uptrends. And as long as you're following the rules, make sure that you have your box at the high low and the high. As long as price stays within that area, you're good for buys. And if you continue to do that all the way up or all the way down, you should have a really good indication where to gauge where your stop loss should be, where you could be entering within that these boxes, and making sure you know where the best place is to pop your stop loss. So I hope that was useful to you traders. I mean, to be honest with you, this is not the holy grail, but it's just a little nudge so that you can identify structure at its purest form. As long as price is trading within those boxes, keeping above the higher lows, you're good to go. It doesn't matter where you buy or sell within those levels. Just try not to cheat the market. Use it as an indication where you can trail your stop losses, and also use it as an indication where you can place your stop losses as well. There's no such thing as a bad entry, but there is such a thing as a bad stop loss. So try this, use it, see how you get on. If you don't like it, it is what it is, but I thought I'd share it with you, and I hope it can help someone out there. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, turn on notifications, and until next time, continue to trust the process.